Now tell me exactly what you want to chow on.
Life is full of difficult decisions. Are you going to play games or are you going to go to the gym? Well, even if you choose to just relax and play games, you still have difficult choices to make. Most games are full of tough dilemmas that wreck your brain. In this video, we selected 10 impossible choices in gaming. And huge spoiler warning, of course.
I said 1,000 times that I don't want any... Hey! Take it easy, man, huh? Keep cool.
Developer David Cage is the master of tough choices in video games. Our favorite game by this famous developer has to be Heavy Rain. This game is full of difficult decisions as you play a father who needs to do all sorts of crazy things for a killer who kidnapped his son. At one point in the game, you're asked to kill a man who is a drug dealer.
Please. Please don't kill me, man. I got children.
Are you prepared to take a life in order to save your son? It's a really tough decision that took us by surprise.
That's Cindy. Please, man. I want to see them again.
We really enjoyed our time with Fable II when it came out 10 years ago. However, the game ended with a huge moral dilemma. Would you rather save the city, your family, or be rich? You had to choose one of the 3 cards. You can resurrect all the people who have lost their lives over the course of the game. Or you can bring back your family and your beloved dog. Or you can be filthy rich.
Or wealth. More gold than you can imagine, to spend on whatever pleases you. But any you loved, and all the Spire's prisoners will remain dead. What will you choose?
It's a pretty tough decision that shows what kind of person you are. You chose the money, didn't you?
It's getting worse.
Chopping off parts of your own body has to be one of the hardest things a human can do. You'd have to have a damn good reason to inflict that kind of pain on yourself. Not to mention living the rest of your life without that particular body part. Well, you're asked to chop your arm off in Telltale's The Walking Dead.
Here we go. 1.
Lee has been bitten by a zombie and chopping off his arm is the only way to stop the infection from spreading. However, you do have a little girl to protect, which will be a whole lot harder with just one arm. We certainly took a long time deliberating this one.
Our upgrades. With the old machine dead, we could upload them to all Geth without sacrificing their independence.
Our fleet is already attacking. Uploading the code would destroy us. Shepard, you can't choose the Geth over my people.
We hate it when a game asks you to kill one of 2 characters. Mass Effect 3 takes things a step further by making you choose between 2 entire races. What made it even worse was the fact you had a character from each race in your own party. So either way, it was going to get really awkward once you were back on the Normandy.
We were correct to distrust organics. Uploading the code.
It's also possible to avoid this tough decision altogether if you made the right string of choices beforehand. We weren't that lucky, unfortunately.
You could use that photo to change everything right back to when you took that picture.
Life is Strange is a great game full of tough choices. Unfortunately, time rewinding won't help you with the brutal choices at the very end of the game. You have to choose between saving your best friend or the entire town. If you let your friend die, the entire town will be saved. However, if you choose to save your friend, Arcadia Bay will be destroyed by a powerful tornado. Which ending did you choose?
What game are you playing?
One that you just lost.
Most games didn't hit you with important choices until the very end. That way, the developers only had to make 2 different endings instead of making 2 different games. The Witcher 2 makes players choose between 2 characters in its first few hours. Your choice infects the entire second part of the game, which makes it very important.
Such a pity we're on opposite sides.
You simply don't see a huge chunk of content depending on which character you side with. We have to take our hats off to CD Projekt Red for making a game in which your choices have real consequences. The big daddies in Bioshock will attack you to protect little girls, known as little sisters. After killing a daddy, you'll be presented with a choice. Will you save the little sisters or harvest them? Saving the girls will earn you some Adam, which could be used to power up your abilities, but harvesting them will earn you a lot more Adam, allowing you to upgrade faster.
Thank you, mister.
This is a true moral dilemma, but in the end, we're talking about little girls. There's no way a normal human being would harm them. Did you kill those little girls because you wanted some extra Adam?
My duty is to maintain order. Without it, we would have died long ago.
This is a test.
Yes.
If you want to play a game that makes you feel like trash, you should check out Spec Ops: The Line. This game looks like a normal shooter, but it has a very strong anti-war message. At one point, you're asked to choose between the lives of 2 men who both did bad things. If you let them both live, you'll be shot for disobeying a direct order. These kinds of moral dilemmas become almost normal if you spend enough time in a war zone.
The civilian on the right stole water. A capital offense. The soldier on the left was sent to apprehend him, which he did, killing the man's family in the process. Chosen like a true commander. Loyalty over lawlessness. Very wise.
Hello, and thank you all for joining me. Tonight, we're going to conduct a little experiment.
Until Dawn is another game that really screws with your head. You're stuck in a room that looks like it came straight out of a Saw movie. You need to choose between Ashley or Josh, as a buzzsaw is set to kill one of them. You can't take forever to choose since the spinning blade keeps moving forward.
God, Ash. I'm sorry.
Chris, please. Oh, God.
Do you kill one of your best friends, or do you kill the girl you secretly have a crush on? It's one hell of a decision to make, and we certainly panicked at the time.
I've been kind of messy. I see. You have chosen to save Ashley.
Oh no, it's a mistake. That's not what I meant. Josh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen.
Man, I don't.
I'm sorry.
Why would you do this?
Are you prepared to suffer to save your son? You have 5 minutes to cut off the last section of one of your fingers in front of the camera.
We have to hit you with a second choice from Heavy Rain because it's just that good. Once again, you have to prove your love for your son. This time, the killer wants you to amputate your finger before the timer ends. The room is full of tools and it's up to you how you want to cut off your finger. There are many different options, but none of them are pleasant. It's one of the best scenes in the entire game and really shows how stressful gaming can be.
Under the desk.
What's the toughest decision you've ever made in a game? Let us know in the comments and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Please, please don't shoot. I'm a father too.